Parents who got the child tax credit last year might have questions about what it means for this year's return.
News 3's Madeline Parker joins us live in studio with more on how to make sure you get the most from your return.
Mark, Julie, last year, Congress made a special exemption. If you qualified for the child tax credit, you could receive half of that credit before this year's tax season. Now, it's time to file to receive the other half. When you begin filing your tax return, make sure you have all your documentation needed before you begin the process, including how much of a child tax credit you have already received. That way you can avoid mistakes on your paperwork, which makes the process much smoother. The IRS will send a letter explaining how much of a credit you have received in 2021, and all you need to do is make sure it matches your records and file accordingly.
If you got everything you're eligible for, everything's fine. But if you didn't, or you didn't get it at all, then you need to file a tax return, whether you're required to or not, so that you can get the money for that credit.
The IRS says it should take about 21 days to receive your tax return if you file it with no problems. But local tax professionals say it could be longer if you're waiting on that child tax credit.
There's been some things come out from the IRS that if you do have the child tax credits, they may hold your return for a little while longer, maybe a few more weeks before you actually get your refund.
Because of some of the hiccups that come with receiving your return, both local tax professionals and the IRS recommend filing as soon as you have all the appropriate documentation. Now, today is the first day that the IRS is accepting those tax returns, but there is less time than last year to get those filled out and submitted. This year's deadline is April 18th. Live in studio, Madeline Parker, News 3.